Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion, where today I've got another gameplay video for you. As always, check the description for more YouTube creators making videos for Marvel Champions. And if you like what you saw here today, please consider a like, sub, and comment to help the channel grow. With that out of the way, let's get to the table. Alright, this is game 1 of my custom campaign. I'm playing Silk Aggression versus Risky Business. Let's read this narrative. But will he take control? Norman asked his reflection in the mirror, thinking both about his Green Goblin transformations and his board meeting less than an hour from now. He clenched and relaxed his fist twice before picking up his phone and pressing a single key, waited for the call to connect, and when his head of security answered, he barked, "Get me the encrypted line to Alexei Sistovich," with voice scrambler. While waiting for the call to be answered, Norman opened the laptop on his desk and had just begun entering the password when a thick Russian accent came across the line. "Alexei here." Norman continued to punch keys on the keyboard as he asked, what would it take for the Rhino to cause some chaos downtown? "I no risk prison again. There is nothing," he started but was cut off. "Check your secret account, Alexei. I think I can make your time behind bars worthwhile, and it's yours if you don't get caught too." After a long pause, as long as the number Norman knew Alexei was looking at in his secret bank account, Norman got his answer. "Da, I break city." This is Scenario 1, Risky Business, the Birth of Madness. Fearing he may slip further into madness and negatively affect his Stark takeover, Norman enlists an associate known as the Rhino to unleash chaos in the city, hoping to draw attention away from himself. So this is Norman 1 and 2. We have the main scheme deck, Hostile Takeover and Corporate Acquisition, and the encounter deck, Risky Business, Goblin Gimmicks, which is in here, City in Chaos, which you can find in Sinister Motives, it's in here, and Standard. The Inheritors set, which I have right here, is used in each scenario in the campaign. So from there, we're just going to do regular villain setup. This tells us to put the criminal enterprise environment into play, and then shuffle the deck and advance. And that is villain setup. Then we'll go to campaign setup. Each player records their identity in the campaign log found at the end of the document. I've done that. I'm playing Silk. This deck is linked in the description, but the deck link has 41 cards in it. I'm only playing with 40 because campaign rules tells me I can't use any Peter Parker allies in my deck. So there is one in the deck list. I've just removed that for this game. If you would like a more challenging scenario, replace this with the print and play replacement environment found on page 3. And I am going to do that. This does make it a lot more difficult, and I like a little more difficulty. Reveal the print and play The Hunt is On environment, and resolve its when revealed effect. When revealed, put the Hunting the Spider Totems side scheme into play. Then we shuffle 2 random inheritors into the encounter deck. Then I'm going to mark them on my log as having been added. We get Verna and Bora. Those are going to get shuffled in. Now, this Hunting the Spider Totems says, Forced Interrupt. When the villain phase begins, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Put each inheritor minion discarded this way into play. And otherwise, engaged with a Web Warrior character. Otherwise, it goes to the first player. Well, I am both a Web Warrior and the first player. So now I'm going to mark Verna. Oh my goodness, what was the other one? Verna and Bora. Those have been added to the campaign, and now we can start. So this is actually a pretty thick deck, and it only has 2 inheritors in there. I can let this go a couple turns. I will want to discard it or to get rid of it, but I don't have to do it super quick. One thing this does is when this is defeated, we shuffle it and any inheritors that went to the discard pile back into the deck. It also gives non-nemesis inheritor minions victory 0. So if I defeat my Morlun, this Morlun would not go to victory because he is my nemesis. I thought I saw hired gun. I did practice this a few times, and it is a lot more difficult with Criminal Enterprise. You cannot remove threat here until you knock him out and take some indirect damage. Also, that should be Norman. So what I'm going to do now, and I'll shuffle this when I come back. Before I begin the game, I'm going to cut here so that all my setup is done. I've had cases where my memory card is corrupted or the transfer from it to my computer corrupts the file, whatever. So I don't want to have to re-record this intro every time if that happens. So I'm going to cut right now, and I'll be back for the game. All right, I'm glad I recorded the intro as a separate video, not because I just had a corrupted card, but because I just got halfway through the scenario. I was on Green Goblin 2 when I realized that I'd completely ignored this Force Interrupt. Force Interrupt, when the villain phase begins, discard the top 3, put each inheritor minion into play. So that's not a mistake I can just brush off and say, oh yeah, it would have been fine. Man, I had one inheritor in the victory display. I probably could have gotten the other one. I'm just sick over that mistake. So I'm going to start the game over and see if I can do as well. I think I was doing pretty well. Her coming out early is good. Oh, I wish that was Genius instead. But I can play her. I want to keep that because it's wild, which helps me with Moon Girl. I want to keep that. I'm going to get rid of this. See if I can get another wild or mental resource. Okay, I get Nick. Nick will do it. That's fine. And then I can draw cards to play Spider-Woman. So we are going to do wild, mental for Moon Girl. It's going to draw me 3 cards. Web of Life and Destiny is nice to see. Ingenuity is nice to see. Outwit isn't terrible. See, that would come in for free. I could play that and then use Spider-Woman to play Outwit. And then maybe later on use Across the Spider-Verse to get Spider-Woman back. So let's do that. 2 for Ingenuity. Ingenuity and Spider-Woman for Outwit. Flip up and do Web of Life and Destiny for free. Then I will attack for 2. That removes those 2 counters. Flip. When he's revealed, deal 3 indirect. I'm going to deal 2 of it to Moon Girl and 1 of it to me. And then Moon Girl can remove that threat. Let's just ready. SPDR is good. Now I really wish I could have gotten Spider-Woman in. Webbing is great. How do I do this? That for webbing. I should have an encounter, or I should have a tuck. 1 goes on the main. 2 goes on the main because of the acceleration. Nope. before that happens, discard 3. If an inheritor had come out, they would, or had been discarded, they'd come out. Now 2 goes on the main. Attacking for 3, I'm defending for 3. It's 3, 4, remove a counter. So I do take 1 damage. I get 1 encounter card. Remove 2. I think there are too many of those effects in this encounter. All right, shall we, maybe I just do a silk kick. Let's do 1, 2 for organic webbing. That gets me up to 3, or rather to 2 thwart. Oh, and this was a treachery that I resolved, so I do get to tuck it. Then I will do 1, 2 for SPDR. She attacks for 1, oh, and that just comes off of there. And I will exhaust and discard that to ready so that I can just thwart 2 off of here. Let's draw. Miles Morales can help me. Albert Moon is great. I could play both of those if things go well. Discard 3. No inheritor. Only 1 goes on. He cannot attack, so he adds a counter. I get 1 encounter card. When revealed, he attacks the hero. If no attack was made, this gains surge. Actually, let me reread this. This is when revealed Norman. Discard the top card of my deck for each infamy counter. So I discard 2. Spider reflexes. I don't like that. Okay, so let's do, how do I want to do this? I can thwart 2 more here. Let's start with this. Thwart 2 here. She comes back to hand and draws me a card. I'll use 2 to play her. She attacks for 1. And maybe she doesn't attack for 1. Let's just hold up. Because I can attack for 2. And also, I keep forgetting, that'll be tucked. So I attack for 2. Flips to Green Goblin. And I take 3 indirect. So she'll take 1 of that. And I take the other 2. Now she can thwart 2 here. Come back to hand and draw me a card. Let's do organic webbing and discard that to ready. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for Miles Morales and say attack. He'll get +2 attack, so he can attack for 4. I will do 1, 2 for SPDR. Attack for 1. And do I attack for 2, take the damage while I can, or put it there and risk him flipping back again? So if I thwart this off, it just gets shuffled into the deck. 2 still goes on there. I'm going to take the damage while I can. I'm going to attack for 2 more. Ready? Ooh, Madam Web may be really, really good here. I haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet. I'd love to see that to go get Spider-Woman. This happens first. Discard 3. No inheritors. 2 goes on. He attacks for 3. I defend for 3. Yeah, I'm going to defend for 3. It's 3, 4. He gets an additional boost. Only 4. I take 1. I get 1 encounter card. Panic in the Streets. Ooh, that's sad. Treat the printed text box of each location and persona support as if they were blank. And that has 5, which is quite a bit. So we need to really need to get rid of this and this threat. And then I'll flip down. Although I should probably be getting Across the Spider-Verse pretty soon. Let's do... and I don't have a thing to ready now. Let's do Smooth as Silk and say Green Goblin. So I'll do this until I get a Risky Business card. Oops, let's Organic Webbing, discard it to ready. She's going to thwart for 2. Come back to hand and draw me a card. Combat Training looks good too. 1 for SPDR, or 2 rather for SPDR. He thwarts 1. I thwart 2 to get rid of that. And it gets tucked. Then why does she have 1 damage? Didn't I just play her back? Yes, she shouldn't have a damage. Now she'll attack for 1 and to get a damage. And I really think I need to do Madam Web here, but if I do Madam Web, no, I don't lose it. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for Madam Web. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Ah, Verna, I need Verna to come out, but I don't want it to come out on this. So, if I flip down, 2 goes on, that's to 5. He wouldn't scheme because that happens. And then this could be my encounter card because I do want inheritors. That's the only card I'm going to see this turn. I'm going to get rid of Rhino because I don't want him coming up later. I'm just going to put these back in this order. So the only card I see will be that inheritor. No. Because this happens first. I need to get rid of this. Oh, that's terrible timing. I should have paid more attention to this because this will happen. So yeah, let's pay a little more attention here. This will happen first, and I discard 3 cards. Then this will be my encounter card. There we go. Then Madam Web can take 2 of this. And I'll flip down. I will go ahead and discard that to draw 2 so I can play Albert Moon. And there's my Spider Claws. That's fine. I'll use that to play Albert, and he will get me a tuck back. Oh, no, he's not. He's not going to get me a tuck back. So I just set up the encounter deck. So, no tucking. Let's just ready. There's Across the Spider-Verse and a double. Okay. All right. First thing, discard 3. Yay. Then 2 goes on. Then he would go to scheme, but he can't. I get 1 encounter card. That's Verna. All right, that is what I needed. Do I recover? Albert gives me a card. I recover 3. Flip up. Use organic webbing, discard that to ready. Now I need to do 6 damage here. And I have not played a card yet, so let's do 2 for Clobber to deal 3, and Clobber comes back to hand. Let's have her thwart this off. She comes to hand and draws me a card. Smooth as Silk might be worth it right now. Let's do Smooth as Silk and name Green Goblin. I get 1 risky business card. Okay. Then let's do 1, 2 for Across the Spider-Verse, exhausting a Web of Life and Destiny card to put Spider-Woman into play. When Spider-Woman enters play, deal a damage here. Madam Web deals 1 damage, goes away and draws me a card. And we'll do 1, 2 for SPDR. Spider-Woman deals a damage. She's defeated and goes to victory. SPDR deals 1 damage. I attack for 2. And I think I'm going to let Miles block. As much as I love J. Jonah Jameson, I think I'm going to use him to play Wall Crawl, remove 2 from a scheme. I'm not going to use that other ability because I want to keep that down there. So according to my environment, this gets shuffled in, and any inheritors. And I don't think I've seen any come out as a boost. So that gets shuffled into the deck. And now I don't have to worry about that forced interrupt anymore. Then, just to clean it up, I'm going to have her remove that threat. Let's ready. Draw 1 encounter card. Two, 3. Ooh, Spider Reflexes is back. 4, 5. So, play Nick, get the card draw, use the card draw to play Spider Reflexes. Should be okay. So 2 goes on the main. Attacking for 3, Miles blocks. It's 3, 4. Remove a madness counter, of course. He's defeated. And I get 2 encounter cards. This has 2 now. Villain attacks, but he can't. He'll just put a thing on. That is a treachery that I have resolved, so I will tuck it. And he has guard. Okay, a little bit unfortunate. I think it's going to be okay, though, and I do want to get that target acquired down. So let's do that now. That way one of those boosts won't wreck me again. Also, since I will end up getting 3 more damage here, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. Draws me 3. Ah, man, which one is more important? The claws or the reflexes? I think the reflexes, because the reflexes help me stack cards. I am going to attack for 2. Exhaust organic webbing and discard the assault to ready. Attack for 2 more. He gets tucked, and now I have 2 risky business cards tucked under me. Let's have her remove that threat, come back to hand, and draw me a card. I'm going to use Power of to play her. And I'm going to use Wall Crawl and Get the Scoop for Spider Reflexes. She hits for 1. She could not have... So timing-wise, let's say I attacked with Nick for the flip. He takes 3 damage and then takes consequential. Then I play her, and I actually forgot. That'll deal a damage. Then she removes that threat. Comes back to hand, all that stuff, all that other stuff that happened. Timing may have been messed up there, but I'm not going to go back and redo this video again. So I think I'm right with everything at the moment. Then what do we do? Let's just ready. And if I've messed that up because I literally forgot about that crisis icon, I'll note it in editing, but I'm not redoing it again. Let's hold on to that. A kick would be really good after I knock him out. 2 goes on the man. Attacking for 3. I defend for 3, 4, 5. The attack is 4, and I remove a counter. You know what? I don't want to remove that counter, so I am going to do target acquired. I still take no damage, but I get 1 counter card. When revealed, Rhino schemes at +2. If Rhino's not in play, find him. Now I'm going to have to waste a kick on Rhino. And where did that card go? I do get to tuck that. I don't know why I'm shuffling that. Do that all the time. I got really flustered about that mistake. It's angered me a bit, I'll say. Let's have her thwart 2, come back to hand and draw me a card. J. Jonah Jameson would be good, but I'm going to do one, 2 for SPDR. Spider-Woman deals a damage. Then 1, 2, 3 to deal 7 to Rhino. Tuck him. I would have gotten to tuck this card too because I use Spider Reflexes. I'm going to discard Calling in Favors to ready. And doing some quick math, I'm going to attack for 2 to knock him out. Goblin 2 comes in with 18 hit points. I deal 4 indirect. I'm going to do 1 here and take the other 3 myself. And flip down. And have him heal me 3. I'm going to ready and draw. I want to get that other target acquired down. Probably end up being too late, though. I usually get that down right after I needed to get it down. 2 goes on. He cannot scheme. And this will surge into this. Only has 2. J. Jonah Jameson would be great right now, but SPDR can handle it for me. So Albert will heal me again, getting me up to max. I don't have anything I need to do in Alter Ego, so I'm going to flip up. She's going to thwart 2, come back to hand, and draw me a card. Double to play her would be nice. I could do Clobber, because I haven't played a card yet. Let's play 2 for Clobber to deal 3. Clobber comes back to hand. Let's do 1, 2 for Clobber to deal 3. One, 2 for Otto Octavius. This deals 1. That's going to ready an upgrade. I don't get to draw a card because that was not a tech card. But do 1, 2 for SPDR. Again, she deals 1 damage. I will thwart for 2. Discard Rhino to ready. Attack for 2. Attack for 1. And attack for 2. He goes away and draws me a card. I'll hold on to that power in all of us. It's just ready. And draw. Kick wins it, as long as nothing crazy happens. 2 goes on the main. Attacking for 4, I defend for 5. It's 4, and only 4. I take no damage, and this gets tucked. 1 encounter card. Ooh, hunting the spider totems. So as long as I win on this turn, it doesn't matter. And I will. So let's just do, just for funsies, have her thwart the 2. Come back to hand and draw me a card. Do 2 to play her. Spider-Woman deals damage. I think I want to do some knockout damage here without even needing swinging Silk Kick. So she attacks for 1. We'll do 1, 2, 3 for Ghost Spider. Spider-Woman deals a damage. I'm going to exhaust Organic Webbing and discard Assault to ready, and I attack for 2 to knock out Green Goblin. All right, aside for that mistake with, thwarting 2 when I had a crisis icon, I think I fixed that. Again, I'll find it in editing. But let's go on to campaign victory. So, victory. Mark each inheritor in the victory display as defeated. I did defeat Verna. And I'm just going to actually cross her name off here so that when I go to add, it's very clear that she has also been defeated. Unfortunately, and this is the sad part, yeah, I should have played that. I should have played that other card down. So Verna is defeated. She is out of the campaign. If any player has Silk and Morlun was defeated, not the case. Each undefeated player may choose one card in their play area with a printed cost less than or equal to the number of inheritors. Right under preparations. Well, it would have to be a 1 or 0 cost card, and I have none. If I could have gotten the other inheritor, I would have said Ingenuity. Or maybe Albert Moon. But that's not the case, so I don't get to write anything under preparations. Next. Expert mode. I'm not playing expert mode. So that's scenario 1. With the State of Madness / Criminal Enterprises replacement environment, and the hunt is on. It really changes up the game, really makes it more difficult, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with the difficulty, but I know not everyone is. So that's why I did end up making that an optional play rather than making it forced. It was forced in all of the earliest versions of this. All right, so let me know what you thought of that game. Let me know what I missed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.